So the next goal on the Solstice project is to be able to take the old smash door and just take all the guts out of it and put them in this. So here we've got the two door latches from the old and the new door. This is actually from the newer model door, but you can see it's got a broken piece right here. That's for the key lock, like when you use a key on the latch to unlock it. And this one is on the older one is still okay. So I'm going to use this older one. It's got a bad where you pull up the door to lock it. This has got a nice one, so I'll put this rod on this one and check and make sure everything else is okay on it before I put it in there. But that's one good thing about having two of them. You can make one good item out of two. Window in there well enough to do the little tiny final adjustments once I get the top on. Here's a goes all the way down. Let's try the auto. All right. And so I can't put any of the rest of this stuff on this door until I get the top put on. And then I've got the front of this window adjusted good with this piece here, but I don't know about the back, like where it touches the top. So I don't want to put all this stuff back on, and then when I get the top on, have to take it all back off to adjust it. So looks like that's the way it's going to stay until I get the top done. All right. Now we have to do the other side. Inside that door is a smashed piece of glass, so we have to take that panel off and get a vacuum and suck all the glass out and install that one. Got this door tore down, and as you can see, lots of glass smashed down in there. And it took forever to get it out of that last one when I did it, because It's just in every little nook and cranny. When it smashes, it just goes everywhere. So we'll get a shop vac and start in trying to clean it out. I might have to take that speaker out too, so I can get into that corner. So see what happens. I'm having a little issue with this door because I've got glass that's trapped back behind this piece that the new glass rubs against as it goes down to keep it in line. And there's some way, I don't know if you can see it or not, way back up in there. So I had to make myself a little extension on my vacuum to try to reach down in there and get it. Because when I was raising the window up and down, I had it all that cleaned out down there. And stuff just kept falling out, and it sounded like crunching every time I raised and lowered the window. So I'll get this fixed, and then I'll get back to putting the glass in. Well, there's a couple more things I want to get done before I actually start putting this thing all back together. And one is this flapper right here. What these are designed to do is when your top is folded down, when you bring it back up, these little doors are supposed to open up and let all the hinges or the hardware of the top go up. That, you know, the support pieces of the top have to pull in like that, and these open up to let them go up. So, and this one, as you can tell, is broken. And when you read the different forums and stuff, this is a very common problem. So I got to try to figure out how to get this off and either buy another one of these flappers or fiberglass that piece in there and try to fix it. And I won't know until I get it apart what I'm going to do with that. The other side is fine. This is the way it's supposed to look. There's like a cable in there. When you start lifting it up, it pulls this up and stays there while the top's up. Okay, so I've got that to do, and then I need to we're gonna, usually like when you do a butt weld like we did right here, you would put a backing plate behind there. You can see maybe, yeah, there's my weld inside here. So normally you would put a backing plate behind there and weld. I don't like doing that when it's in an area. I know there's going to be a thinner
12 seconds later.
Thinner fender.
2 hours later.
Inner fender liner right here. And that will supposed to keep most of the dirt and moisture and all that from getting thrown up on the inside of that. But still, if I had a backing piece on there, I'm afraid that the edges of it would catch any kind of dirt and moisture that does get up in there and be a chance of rusting it back out. So what I'm going to do is cover that and kind of sand it down a little bit and cover that with fiberglass so that it's smooth, and then just make it to where it can't get any moisture back behind there. So I'm going to do that before I put all this stuff back together, including the bumper and the fender liner and all that stuff. So tail lights. So those two are kind of two boring things that I need to get done. So let's start in. so I've got the flapper door off here. You can see the problem. This right here is supposed to, yeah, it goes like that. So there's probably some good adhesive that'll work to keep that on there, because there's a post that goes through it too. So that's one thing. And then I got the all this fiberglass back up in here covered, so can't have any rust issues or strength issues. That's a that short strand fiberglass. It's strong. So the next thing to do is to get in here and put in our fuel door holder piece. Get our cap put back on there right. I think I better wait until I get that flap completely finished before I put the top, or before I put the fender liner and all that stuff back in, just in case I have some kind of issue before I put the top on. Oh, that was easy. So that's all finished in there. So I think I will go ahead and start working on this bumper and put the fender liners in. I don't know anything that I would need to do back here that has to do with the top. So I think I'm going to clean this up a little bit, wipe it down, and just get all the dirt and dust off of it before I cover it back up, which will probably never be seen again. So we'll do that, and then we'll have to put this little plastic piece on right here, and then I think the bumper just, if I remember right, I'll look at my pictures, but I got to put this little vent cover back in here, and I think that's it. I'll put the bumper on. I've got it all back together on this side anyway. Bumper's on, fender liner is in, wheels back on, all the lights, reverse lights, tail lights, all that work. Gotta get some adhesive tomorrow to try to get this rubber piece back on here, and try to find out something to do with this that fiberglass flap. And then all I gotta do is put the fender liner in on the other side, and then it looks like we'll be starting on putting interior back in. That will be the next time I get to work on it.
And always remember, don't retire it if you can rebuild it. See you guys next week. Also make sure to check us out on Instagram, where we post behind the scenes photos, sneak peeks, giveaways, and information on future videos. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in and watching this week's episode of Rebuild It. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any awesome content. Have a good one.